everyone. So today I'm going to do a bit of stamping with my tiny botanical stamps, which are bluebells and forget-me-nots, and I'm just going to show you here how I do a bit of colour graduation and how I use the tiny daubers to stamp the different colours on the flowers. Right, so let's get started. There's a few different ways to do it. I'm just gonna ink up with green tea ink pad. So you can either ink up the whole thing and then remove the ink where you want to put some blue ink on for the bluebells. So I'm going to do it that way now. So plenty of ink there. And then I'm going to use a bit of kitchen roll. You can use Q-tips to remove ink. I'm just going to make a little sharp end, I think, with some kitchen roll. Like that. And then I'm going to take off the ink where all the bluebells are. There, so that's all the ink gone where the bluebells are. Then I'm using cyan blue here. I'm going to make sure I've got plenty of ink. So I press quite hard into the ink pad with the dauber. So there's plenty of ink on that. And then I'm just inking up with some cyan blue. It's kind of easier to do it this way because it's quite fiddly to try and go back and ink the stalk in green afterwards. But there is a bit of blue on the stalk, but I'm not that bothered about that. So the cyan is kind of quite pale in a way for a bluebell. So I think I'm going to add in a little bit of indigo as well over the top. It's the indigo ink pad. Just using a different dauber. Inking that up with indigo, and then I'm just going to add a little bit on top, so it's kind of mixing it up a bit, so you end up with a mixture of the cyan blue and the indigo. And if we could add a tiny bit of graduation of colour with a little bit of split pea on the leaves. Right, and that's that one done. Just going to stamp this one. Okay, and that's given a nice bluebell blue. And for the fern, I'm just going to do green tea. I think this ink pad's a little bit worn out. A bit of green tea and a bit of split pea. the baby ferns. Do some baby ferns. Split tea and green tea. Okay. For forget-me-not. I think for this one, I'm just going to ink it up in the cyan, straight from the ink pad. And I might add in a tiny bit to strengthen it up a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with the green tea ink pad. I'm going to use the corner to go in there. Bit of dauber. And then we have forget-me-not. Okay. And I'll go for another forget-me-not. A little bit of dauber. Oops. Remove a little bit of green where the green got on the flower. You can give it a little twist, make a nice little sharp point. And I think maybe we'll go in with a dauber this time. There's always a little bit of a danger with the daubers that you might not get enough ink on the stamp. They work really well for really small stamps, but I think if you're using bigger stamps, it can be best just to try and go for it with the ink pads, I think. But for these kind of really delicate little flower stamps, it's quite fun to use them. Okay. And one more forget-me-not, and I think I'll do some more bluebells. It's kind of up to you how accurate you want to be as well, because it doesn't matter that much a lot of the time. Depends how patient you're feeling, how much time you've got. I think we'll do another one of these. Couple more bluebells. Do them both at the same time. Okay. There we go. Make these ones nod in towards each other, I think. Okay. And there we are. Make another fern. Oopsie. Maybe. And then a fern. And baby fern. Just a little bluebell. A little forget-me-not. I think we'll do that one. And one last bluebell at the end to finish it off, I think. So I hope that's given you a good idea of how I do the inking up on the flowers, and then you can use that technique to make all sorts of cards and journaling and whatever you like to do with your stamping. So I'd love to hear about what you like to do with your stamping, whether you use it to make journals, cards, wrapping paper. It'd be really interesting to hear what everyone's up to. And always let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see me do. Okay. Okay, one last bluebell.